Hello, 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 my lovely friends. Thank you for joining me here on A Journey in Light. My name is Joy. Today's pick a card. We're going over how is your person thinking, feeling about you, about the connection, anything that's going on with them. I do this reading weekly. Kind of like a energetic check-in, because tarot is a snapshot of current energies. As we know, people change their mind, things change, stuff like that. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. If you're returning to kind of check in on your person, just always remember, go with whichever pile you're drawn to the most. If you're drawn to more than one, then you could have messages in more than one pile. It doesn't you don't have to pick the same pile week after week. I'm not doing it with any intention of it being the same person. I just go, with whichever messages my guides give me. So we have 3 piles today. We have pile 1, which is this lovely amethyst chunk. Everybody knows I love that. We have pile 2, which is this serpentine. We have pile 3, which is citrine. So take a moment, take a deep breath, pause the video if needed. The timestamps will be in the description box. Some people pick by the numbers in the timestamps if they can't figure it out. Again, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Take a moment, go with whichever one you're drawn to, and I will meet you at your pile. Thank you so much, guys. Hello, my lovely friends. For pile 1, you guys picked my lovely favorite amethyst geode chunk. So very cool. We are using the Wild Unknown Tarot today. For this reading, we are doing a check-in on how is your person thinking, feeling about you, about the connection, about anything else that goes on, going on in their life. You guys know my guides like to hijack things and just give me all kinds of information, which I will always share because it's always for someone to hear. And also remember, this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate for you. Some things it might resonate the entire time, but some things might be a little off. So just know that since it is a general reading, there's a lot of people that tap in, a lot of people's energies that are here. So take what resonates for you and your situation. If it doesn't fit, let it go. Don't try to make things fit that don't feel right for you. It's 100% fine. Just know that that part of the message isn't for you. It's for somebody else. Okay, so we are wondering, so anyone who's drawn to pile 1, how is their person thinking and feeling about them, about this connection, any information that you guys can give us? All right, so pile 1, please. We have the World in reverse. We have Ace of Pentacles. We have a King of Wands. We have the Sun. I love when the Sun comes up. The Chariot in reverse. We have Death. And I always mention this, Death is not a bad card. It's a very good card, so don't get alarmed if you're not familiar. It's not a bad card. We have the High Priestess in reverse. We have the Tower. Okay, very transformative pile here, guys. There's a lot of transforming type energy going on with this person in their life and maybe about the connection with you. So we will start with the World. The World is a lot about completion, ending of cycles. What my guides are telling me, like we have the World in reverse. They're telling me this person's world has been a little flipped upside down, but hasn't all of ours, right? So there could be mirroring going on. But I'm hearing something has happened to flip things around, or things aren't going the way they expected to, which is causing them not to move forward in the things that they want. So the Chariot is a lot about forward movement. Sometimes it's about travel. Sometimes it's about distance. So some of you guys watching could physically have a lot of distance between you guys, and because of the lockdowns going on, you can't actually get to each other. A lot of messages are coming through, so that's for somebody. But what I'm hearing is this person's feeling very stuck by a situation, and they're unable to move forward either to you the way they would like, situationally, or there's also an emotional, give me a moment, I'm trying to get this message clear. There's some emotional turmoil in some of these people that are causing them to be held back, or just can't have the opportunity to move forward to you. Maybe you, some of you guys watching may have turned your back on this person, so they just don't feel like there's any way of moving forward. We move into the Ace of Pentacles, which is a lot about an offering of a new beginning, a physical offering. So this person, if you guys, depending on, you know, what situation, it's either they want to reconnect with you and offer you something, or they want to bring this relationship to the next level. With Death clarifying this, I'm hearing this person is ready to let go of things that no longer serve them. The Death card is all about letting those things go that are holding you back, holding you down, that need to die in order for new things to be reborn. So I'm hearing this person, and maybe a lot of this being held back is they've realized that they've screwed up their own world, literally. Like that, my guys are saying, like they've messed things up, they've mucked things up, and they want to move forward and have a new beginning. They want to let those things go that have held them back. Now, we have a King of Wands in reverse, clarified by the High Priestess in reverse. And when this popped out, instantly the message that came through was there's something that you're not understanding about them, but also they're not fully comfortable with you knowing. Either that's their feelings. Our wands are about, you know, our passions, our creativities, things like that. But I'm hearing it's something they don't feel completely secure with you knowing. Like the High Priestess is the all-knowing card, right? It's the intuition, and a lot of you guys are probably very intuitive. I think you see through this person's bull crap, through the BS. You guys see through it, but there's something like they're guarding something, and it's funny, like, because I read intuitively as well. So this snake is cobra is coiled around this wand, right? And so I'm hearing like they're afraid to let go of protecting this piece of them, and they're afraid of you seeing the truth. And it could just be like as simple as you realizing how insecure they are, something like that. I'm thinking it might be in their reality, it's a bigger deal than it is to you, but there's something about them not wanting you to see this side of them, or not being open about it. Like, again, they kept saying they don't want you to see it. They don't want you to know. For everyone, again, there's a lot of energy coming in, so that might look a little different. I don't want to get too specific in what that is, because it's going to look a little different for everybody. But I think you guys, as like the intuitive person, will be like, oh, okay, yeah, I kind of already know what that is. I just don't want to discount that by getting too specific and leaving anyone out. Then we move into the Sun. So the Sun is all about, like, it's one of the happiest, wonderful cards, and it's clarified by a Tower, which is very interesting to me. So, and we have the Death in here too. So the Tower is also much like a breakdown that needed to happen. It can be very scary, but I'm hearing this person's learning to trust in the breakdown. There's a song that just popped in my head by Imogen Heap, called Let Go, and there's a line that says there's beauty in the breakdown, and that's the line that they just gave me. It's like there's beauty in this breakdown. Whatever this is, they're finally shedding. Maybe they're nervous to tell you about it. Maybe that's why they're not being open. Maybe you were always, for some of you guys, okay, sorry, I got the chills. For some of you guys, I feel like you've always had a knowing and they always denied it. So it's like they don't want to tell you were right. Like they're finally seeing things differently. They're finally getting out of this, like I'm hearing ego death for some of them, very like shedding of the things that no longer serve them in order to be the best version of themselves. And maybe you've always told this person, you've been like, no, really, the light world's like this, and they've always seen it a different way, but now like whatever happened, they're realizing you were right and they don't want you to know that you're right. It could be something petty as that, but I'm hearing that you've always seen the truth and they're just now getting to that point. Like they've been very behind in that, and it's like, oh, I don't want them to know that they were right this whole time. Like again, they're still holding on to the ego, to the, you know, the not wanting to be wrong. This person could also have an issue with admitting when they're wrong, but now they're almost being forced to. I don't know if they'll actually ever say it, but it's like, okay, I believe you, you're right, I'm wrong. That whole thing is a very, very strong undertone with this group. I'm going to get some more clarifiers just because I didn't feel like we got too many feelings. I want to ask my guides again, if we can get, how is this person feeling about the viewer a little bit? Can I get some more insight? I have a King of Cups in reverse. Okay. We have 4 of Pentacles in reverse. All these reversed energies. Ooh, what we have, a Wheel of Fortune upright. I love that card. And a 6 of Pentacles. Okay. All right, yeah. So what they're saying when it comes to emotions with you, they're realizing that they're, like our King of Cups can be very, very loving, very generous, but has a tendency to really keep that under wraps sometimes, like not expressing that. They feel it, but they don't maybe say it. With it being reversed, what I'm hearing is this person is realizing, and again, where it popped up in this line is like, it's that realization that their lack of being able to be emotionally available has been what's holding them back very much, especially with this reversed Chariot, about not moving forward. And they're starting to realize that, again, they've messed up their own world by holding back, by not being open, by not opening their heart. They have impeded their movement forward and growth as a person and growth in this relationship and growth in their life, about not following their heart, not going after the things that really, really feel good. Because again, this person may have been very like material stuck or materialistic. And again, I don't mean that in a negative way. We live in a 3D world, right? I mean, we have to be realists. But there's a level of either getting too stuck in like, you know, showing off or the things money can buy you. Finding happiness in physical things will never truly bring you happiness, right? Unless, no, I'm just kidding. I was going to get funny, but I'm not a comedian. I'll stop. So, but we have, okay, the 4 of Pentacles is very much energy of grounding, but also can be someone who's being greedy and holding on to those physical things. With it being in reverse, it's like this person is realizing they've impeded their own growth. But they realize they need to relinquish that control of their physical world. And the wheel here being upright is a lot about like the wheel turning in their favor. I'm hearing things are shifting. You know, the wheel is just the circle of life, like things just go around, right? And so the wheel is moving, and I'm hearing they're seeing things. Again, it fell over right over where like I felt like you were right, so they're finally seeing things from your perspective. And then we move into the 6 of Pentacles, which is about wanting to be generous. I want to be even give and take of either, you know, it can be lots of things, not just monetary, not actually physically giving someone, but giving of their time. They want to be more authentic. They want to be as authentic as the sun is. So I really feel like they're really shifting and realizing their faults when it comes to you, it comes to terms of letting you know how they feel, and they're ready to be more generous with their time, and their feelings and their emotions, ready just to be more giving all the way and to match your energy. So, you know, when you're in certain relationships, sometimes you have to look at the energy someone's giving you and you have to match that at times. So, They're ready to level up, and that's been coming up a lot in my readings, this leveling up of people, either as the viewer or who you're watching about. It's been, my guides have been very big about this leveling up concept. So I think a lot of people are finally shifting, finally waking up. With all this stuff going on, people are realizing where their priorities really lie. So I think they're just ready to be more giving and more open with everything that you deserve. Okay, I want to pull some, I pulled these cards out before. I wasn't sure why, but I want to pull one or two of these. These came with another tarot deck that I got on Amazon. It had a Rider-Waite deck. I'll link it because I'm using it in this thing, but they came with these like Soulmate cards. They're interesting. There's some good info. So I was guided to pull this out. So we will pull one or two for you guys. And then I want to do some love messages. So this one. Okay, it says, harmony is pure love, for love is a complete agreement. So we have these two people and they're playing together. They're working well together. There's harmony and beauty in this love that they have and appreciation for this music that they're playing. So I'm hearing this person is ready to be harmonious and complete with love, with you, and very Six of Pentacles, very just balanced. I'm hearing this person is balancing out all the things that were unbalanced in their life and to you. I think they have a realization they haven't been fair to you. So I'm going to pull some of these. You guys know I love White Rose Guidance. If you don't watch her channel, she's amazing. She also has a Zodiac channel too, where she just does different sign readings. So if you go to her page, she has it on her featured channels on her main page. So it's cool to look at too. She's got great readings. But I love these cards. I love her. So let's now that I've shown that I'm a fangirl for my friend over at White Rose Guidance. And I stopped mid-sentence because this one pulled up. So you are the song of my heart. Music also has been coming through a lot lately in my channel. So I think as my viewers grow and you come in, it depends on which pile you pick, but a lot of you guys are so musically related to your person, and it's feeling very harmonious here. So when this comes up, I always feel like you guys communicate through songs, and sometimes either if you guys are in separation, you hear a song and it's almost like a message from their higher self, but you are the song of their heart. You guys, some of you guys might physically be musicians and have played with this person, played music with your person that you're thinking of, or they are a musician. What I would give to run my fingers through your hair. Give me more time. I'm not good enough yet. I think this person has been taking their time, and you know, when that comes up, you know, let them. You want them to be a better person, right? And sometimes separation is the only way people can really grow for themselves. My love for you goes so deep. Your words keep ringing in my head. Yeah, I keep hearing like they know you're right. They don't really want you to know that they know that you were right, but you were. Don't think I don't care about you, because I really do. You are so precious to me. I would do anything to bring you happiness. And let's pull a couple more from her second deck. This one flipped over. I want more with you one day. Thank you for your beautiful light and energy in my life. Again, I think a lot of you guys have really shifted this person's perspective on life. I feel like I've been missing you my whole life. You're my lost paradise. And I want to follow you through all time and all universes. So pile one, I hope this helps. I hope this gives you some clarity and insight to what's going on with your person. As always, thank you so much for spending your time here with me. I do personal readings as well. If you're interested, you can email me at ajourneyinlight@gmail.com. That'll also be in the description box below. And thank you guys so much, and I look forward to seeing you in a future reading. you're still sitting here, sorry. I gotta take pictures for my thumbnails. This was a good one, so I wanted to snapshot that. I don't know if anyone sits through these, so I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling great. Hope you're having a lovely, lovely day. Hope the sun is shining bright on your face. And who knows, I could be talking to myself. Me and my guides will just have a conversation. Hello, 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 my lovely friends for pile 2. You guys pick my separating. Put that over there. All right, so we are doing our weekly check-in. If you're new to my channel, I do this reading every week for those, typically those people tend to be in separation and they just want to check in and see how their person's doing, because as we know, you know, people change their mind, things change all the time, so it's kind of good to check in and see what's up with them, what's going on. You don't have to pick the same pile every time, just go with whichever pile you're drawn to. But yeah, we're doing a weekly check-in of how they're thinking, feeling, about you, about the connection, any other information that my guides like to throw in there, because technically this is their show. I'm just the voice of this operation. Other than that, it's not my show. So, all right, so for pile 2, anyone who is attracted to pile 2, what messages can we give them on how their person is thinking, feeling about them, this connection, what is going on? Always remember, guys, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. A lot of people are tapping into these readings, so there will be a lot of different scenarios that come up. I do my best to catch them all and explain them all, but also not be too specific to rule any one person out. All right, so we have the 2 of Wands in reverse, 8 of Swords, we have a Queen of Cups. Oh, we have a 6 of Cups, sorry. That's one of my favorite cards. I love that card. Okay. We have a Knight of Pentacles. We have the Death card. Don't worry, that's not a bad card. If you're not familiar with tarot, it's actually a very good card, and especially what it's clarifying. It's very good. We have the 3 of Cups in reverse, the Hierophant in reverse. Okay, so big overall theme for you if you're in separation. This person is missing you. There's a level of what I'm hearing is wanting to reconnect, not sure how. Don't worry, I'm going to step into all of this, but I need to get this message out so I don't forget it. There's a level of them missing you, reminiscing over thoughts, reminiscing over things that you guys have said. They see you as this loving, caring energy. They're not quite sure how to come back to you. They're feeling a little stuck by their circumstances about what their future looks like, and something that's happened that's made them feel unsecure. But overall theme for pile 2 is your person is missing your love. So, okay, let's jump in and pick that apart. So we have the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands is very much about planning for your future, trying to figure out where you sit in the world. We do have, you know, they have one of the wands in their hands ready to go, and then the other wand is literally bolted to this cliff or this ledge or wherever balcony they're standing in this card. So there's a level of like planning but not quite moving forward. In the reverse, it means lots of different things. Sometimes someone's ready to move forward with these plans they've been making. But with this Knight of Pentacles here, so our Knights are typically our action kind of, you know, card, but our Pentacle energy is very slow. So I'm hearing they're moving at a turtle's pace, and that has come up recently in a lot of readings. Like for some of you guys, this person is like, do turtle. So, but still I'm hearing there's still movement. So don't get too caught up. I'm hearing you may have already had the patience of a saint, but that might continue a little bit more with your person. They're still figuring things out. They're still figuring out how they want to move forward. They're being very slow, calculated. I'm hearing like a very logical thinker, very plan-oriented person. That also there might be some mirroring. I feel like, so as I said that, I feel like some of you guys are like, wait, that's me. If that comes up, if you're ever doing a reading and it feels like the reader is describing you, it's typically your guides guided you to that pile because there's messages about yourself, about your own characteristics, your own whatever that you're doing that you need to understand that you're doing, that either is a good thing or possibly could be a sign that maybe you need to shift some things that you're doing. Okay, wanted to throw that out there. People always ask me that. They're like, why does this feel like it's about me? Because there's a message in there you need to understand about your own self. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords, which is a very restricted feeling card. However, if you really look at this card, she's blindfolded and she's kind of bound, not very tightly, and then all these swords are around her, but none of them are touching her. So she could really just leave at any time. So this card is very, very much about being stuck in your head. The next card that comes out after this is the Nine of Swords, which is all about anxiety, staying up at night. So you know, the cards kind of play into each other as they go. So this is like the precursor of limiting beliefs. This card is all about being stuck by your own limiting beliefs, not realizing that you're really the only person holding yourself back truly. So this person, you know, may be in a situation that they're like, oh, I can't get out of it. And you're like, well, you really could if you really wanted to. But they're just stuck in these limiting beliefs. But it is clarified by the Death card. So the Death, it's a lot about letting go of things that no longer serve you, such as limiting beliefs, to be reborn again into this newer, better energy of realizing that you're just really holding yourself back. You know, anxiety is just is like a worry. It's being worried about the future, things like that, but it's still a level of limiting belief. I will not, there is a lot of actual physical chemical components to that. So I'll never downplay, I'll never say that, well, don't be anxious, don't think about that. You know, I get that it's a bigger issue than that. So I don't want to discount that. I've had anxiety in my life and it's very much a physical response, so by our bodies, but there is always a very underlining tone. I heard this today and I wanted to say that just now, so sorry we're getting off topic, but it was a very, very beautiful thing that I heard on a person's video I was watching today by K Moon, and she was talking about the new moon in Cancer, and she mentioned that, you know, your triggers can either, you know, trigger you or they can transform you. So there's a level of this person is maybe starting to realize what their triggers are and no longer letting those triggers hold them back, but yet shifting to this energy of letting the triggers transform them into being the better person, to being the person you need them to be, because they're still very much missing you guys. So we run into our Queen of Cups here. So I see that as they see you as this loving, caring presence in their life. Maybe they haven't always treated you like this queen. Take the gender out of there, like the person that deserves, you know, for the being the caring soul that you are. Our Three of Cups, it's a lot about, it's the reunion card. With it being in reverse, I feel like this person doesn't know how to completely get back into your good graces is what I'm hearing, but they recognize that they should. They're still a little stuck in this energy, but they want to move forward. They want to rekindle things. Sometimes this Three of Cups can also be a third-party situation. Third parties can be a physical, actual other person. Sometimes it can just be a situation. It can be like them wanting to party versus be, you know, in a relationship with you. Third party means a lot of things, so don't always, like, you know, some people have a trigger about the third party. It isn't always necessarily mean it's an extra person, so I always like to clarify that as well. But that being in reverse could be this person's ready to let go of those things. And again, this person is getting into a prime, a prime mode to release the things that aren't serving them, especially with this Death. And then we run into this Six of Cups, which is one of my favorite cards. This is one of my soul level connection cards. So when this comes up, a lot of you guys watching have a soul level connection with this person. And what that means is you've probably had a lot of past lives together. You just seem to know this person. They feel like a home to you, and vice versa. You guys feel like home to each other. There's just this familiarity that you guys have had since the beginning. And like, I know you and I don't know why I know you. You know, or this can also, for some of you guys, very literally be someone that you knew in childhood and then you're rekindling with them. Take what fits for you, but it's a soul level connection. You can label that as you will. I'm not throwing labels into this reading. I haven't gotten some other cards, so I'll just leave it at soul level connection. And you can have lots of different soulmates. So that label of soulmates, you can have multiple soulmates. And so this person is just one of your soul level connections. With this Hierophant in reverse, I'm hearing, I know this came up I think last week, where I had a person that was very resistant to the societal norms. So this may, for some reason, like I'm hearing, this may not be your typical, like how you thought your relationship or who your soulmate was going to be, or who you thought your other half was going to be. I don't know why they're telling me that, but that's the message that's coming up. So almost like that, be optimistic about your soulmate card for the divine or the romance angel cards. For you guys that watch a lot of readings, I think you know what card I'm talking about, but I'm trying to see what other messages come through for that. But this person might be a little still resistant to doing things by the book. I think they're, you know, a free spirit. They're a little outside the norm. They don't need like the labels of society to be secure in a relationship. That comes up at times. Let's see. And my stomach's growling. Hopefully you guys can't hear that. Let's see. I'm going to get a couple clarifiers just to see what else is going on with this person. We have the Hermit in reverse. We have an Ace of Swords in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. Why is this whole deck in reverse? But then we have a Death in reverse. Okay, dokie. So this person, like the extra messages here, you know, is ready to move out of this self-confined, hermit mode. Hermit mode is about being withdrawn within. The being in reverse is typically someone who's ready to move out of that. For some people, it's someone who's unwilling to change, but I feel like a lot of you guys are changing, even though we have a Death in reverse at the end of this. There could be a few of you guys watching. So again, as I said, there's a lot of energies that tap into this. So for most of you, I feel like this person is ready to move out of that. For some of you guys, there still could be a little resistance to change. This person does want to communicate with you. So when my Ace of Swords pops up in a reading, there's a level of they want to communicate with you. They want to get in touch with you. With it being in reverse, I feel like this person holds themselves back. I'm not knowing what to say. Maybe they feel like a little bit like they don't have the right to even be in communication with you, or they really mess things up. We have our Queen of Wands here in reverse. So yeah, this little line is a section of people that my guides just wanted to talk about. So there is a small group of you. So this might not pertain to the majority of you guys that I've been reading about. This is a slightly different scenario. So this is a person that wants to change but isn't quite sure how to do it. They don't know how to communicate with you. They're feeling like they've really, I'm hearing, burned you, like they've burned this bridge and they don't know how to get back, but they're not really realizing if they just change their behavior, they could get back into your good graces. Or maybe this is some of you guys viewing and you watch this, but this is how you feel like, nope, I'm not communicating with them. I'm not changing things. I'm not letting things go. There's a couple different scenarios for this little line that came up, but I feel like it's a smaller group of you guys. So I'm just going to leave that there. And I'm going to move forward. I'm being tempted to have this these journey message cards. I want to pull some of these. I haven't used them in a while. They're by Mystic Moon Oracles. She's pretty cool. I really dig her. So let's pull some of these message cards. I feel like these are a little bit harder truths, but I feel like this person is a little stuck still, so let's see what messages we can get from them. I know you're right, but I need to come to my own conclusions. So you guys have probably told this person a lot. Again, I feel like this Queen of Wands, I feel something about the hawk in this picture. It's just like, you know the truth, you've seen it through, but yet they are just like, I want to do this on my own. I want to figure out my own breakdown of things. I can still feel you. So this person still feels very connected to you, even in a separation. Again, that soul level connection here. If I knew then what I know now, I would have made different choices. So there's a level of regret with this person. Again, they want to come back, but they're not sure how to rekindle things. And, you know, they're still figuring it out. There's a lot of limiting beliefs here. But you've inspired them. I feel like you've inspired them to change, even though they're working at a turtle pace, you've still been like the catalyst for change. Your boot, well, for some of you guys, your actual booty moves them, but this card says your beauty moves me. That was a slip, but might not be a slip at the same time. I'm a better person because of you. So you've really helped change this person, guys. So pat on the back for that. And then my heart is telling me just do it. So this person might be, again, they might be a little slow, but they're really moving back towards you. See if any other messages come through. I think that's it, pile 2. I know that it's slightly conflicting at times, so just take the messages that relate to your situation. There was a couple different situations there. As always, thank you for appreciating the messages that aren't for you, because you know that they're for somebody else. And we're all here to help each other, right? But as always, thank you guys so much, and I look forward to seeing you in a future reading. Bye, guys. If you're still sitting here, give me a minute. Okay, if you're sitting there, I got a really nice text from a beautiful friend who does amazing soul realignment blueprinting work, and it made me so happy. Okay, so hello, 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 my lovely friends for pile 3. You guys pick this beautiful piece of citrine. It's a citrine geode. Is it just me? Does anyone else love the fact that when you flip these over like this, sorry, I'm getting off point, this, like, you just see this rock, right? And how many times do we see rocks? And if we were to open them up, look at what beauty's inside. Maybe this is a message for this pile, because I was called to point that out, that maybe sometimes someone has a harsh exterior, but if we can crack them open a little bit, help them break open, we can see the beauty that's inside. And maybe that's a little bit about you guys. How much beauty is in you, boop, if you don't always cover it up with this hard exterior? What's really in there? Okay, enough of deep thoughts by Joy. So let's see. You guys are here to figure out, what is your person thinking, feeling about you? What are they feeling about your connection? What is going on with them? Anything that my guides feel the need to say, because I am just the voice of this operation. They run the ship. I just have to go where they tell me, and I let that out and all you guys listen. So this is a weekly reading I do. So if you're new, I do this every week. Tarot is a current snapshot of current energies. So as we know, some of us change our mind daily on what we want to do. So it's always a fun reading to come in, just kind of check in and see where this person is, how they're doing, anything going on. Remember, it is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit for your situation, just respect the fact that that part of the message wasn't for you and it was for somebody else, and let it go. Don't try to make things fit that don't fit for you. And who knows, maybe every ounce of something will fit, and that's always cool when that happens too. All right, so anyone who's drawn to pile 3, guys, what is their person thinking, feeling? They're having me point out you don't have to pick the same pile every time. It's not the same person every time. So just go with whichever pile you're drawn to. But sometimes we get in this mix where we're drawn to the same pile every time, and that's also okay. All right, enough yammering. Let's get into this. They just keep telling me so many things. All right, ooh, we have the Magician. We have a Ten of Swords in reverse. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Cups. King of Pentacles in reverse. The Chariot in reverse. We have a Knight of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Give me a moment to tap into all this, start getting the messages going. They still have love for you guys. If you're in separation, this person definitely still feels the love for you. I want to point that out first. If you guys are together and they're not expressing it, they might feel nervous about expressing their love to you, but they have love for you. Okay, so we're going to jump right in. So what's going on with this person? How are they thinking, feeling about you and the connection? I'm hearing they're feeling very connected to you, to the universe, very connected to their own power. Even if they can't quite rationalize that side of it, I'm hearing this person's getting into a very good place. They're still ironing out some details of their life, but I'm hearing they're in a good place. With our King of Pentacles, it being in reverse. Okay. So the message here, I'm hearing that this person is leaving behind some of the rigidity that they may have had about love, about relationships, about life. I don't know if we're dealing with, like, you had a very rigid, logical, fits in the box type person for some of you guys. I'm hearing they're leaving that behind and they're getting more curious about how everything really works. Maybe this person is just dabbling a little bit in being curious about meditation. I'm hearing transcendental meditation for some of them. Like, I don't know why this came up, but I know that not too long ago, Joe Rogan has done a podcast and he had someone on there talking about transcendental meditation. So I feel like this person may have heard that and been like, oh, okay, maybe that's not that weird. You guys know I just translate whatever messages come through. So I feel like this person, regardless of how they heard about it, is dabbling a little bit and being like, of the calmer side of things. Even if they're still being slightly logical about it, they're like, well, maybe there's something about this meditation thing. Maybe it is good to calm myself down. And they're starting just to realize that the world is a little bit bigger and more magical than they ever realized in their little rigid box before. So we move into this Ten of Swords, which is very much about being hurt, you know, either stabbed in the back by somebody. Sometimes it's someone holding on to past hurts. With it being in reverse, it makes me feel like they're ready to shed all those things that hurt them, that formed their recent or, you know, current to recent, or recent to current perceptions of life, but they're ready to let that go a little bit. I don't think they're being super quick to jump into, it's not like they're going like, I've been this rigid, logical person and I'm gonna jump to the other side. It's a very slow move. Again, I think the meditation thing for some of them are just being more, if they're not actually meditating, they're realizing, like, this talk about mindset, how positive mindset really affects so much. It can affect your health. It can affect so many things, you know, just how you view the world. And so they might just be getting into like, okay, I don't need to be, you know, pessimistic. I don't need to hold on to these old ways. I think this change is slow, though. It's a very slow moving change for this person. For some of you guys, I feel like they're hearing, like, you've told them about a lot of this stuff and they're finally hearing it for the first time, and they might have don't get mad if all of a sudden you've told them all this and they're making changes in your absence, and you're like, but I already told them that and they didn't listen to me. Just know you planted the seed for this change. That message wanted to come out. So don't get mad at how this person is getting there or who they attribute to this new way of thinking to. If you already explained this, just at the time that you explained all this, they weren't ready to hear you and they weren't ready to listen to your message, but you planted a seed. And so just be happy for them for getting closer to where they need to be, and to where you need them to be if you guys move forward with your relationship. So we come into the Six of Pentacles, which is very much of a generous, like, equal give and take. So I feel like this person may actually be, if for some of you guys might be pissed about this, moving into a little more of a selfish energy, which they may have already been in, but I feel like since this person's really starting to delve into the mysteries of life, they might get even more selfish with their time, more selfish with their passions, more focused on what they want, more driven on what they want, and it might be solo activities. So I in my head, I heard like a collective, like, seriously, this person's the most selfish person I know. That couldn't be for all of you guys, but for some of you guys might be laughing as I say that. This person is just figuring it out. Just let them figure it out. So my guides are just saying, if you're in separation from this person, you see some changes they're making, they might be attributing it to someone that isn't you. You got to let that ego part go and just be happy that they are, because they're getting closer to where you need them to be. The person, the fiery, passionate person that can match you. You need this person to match your energy for you guys to move forward, right? You don't want someone to bring you down. I feel like in the past, this person may have brought you down or maybe discounted your beliefs, the things that you understood as truths, and they didn't see it, and it somehow made you just, so they're starting to get to your viewpoint, and that's a very beautiful thing. Regardless of how they got there, they're getting there. So that's awesome. So when we come into the feelings of this, I feel like this person daydreams a lot about you. They might think it's they're not quite sure how you guys fit together. There again, we have this pigs. Anytime I use this card and it comes up, it's like when pigs fly. So there's a level of disbelief, and it could be the viewer, like you're like, this person would never change. So maybe this is you thinking, yeah, when pigs fly. But I'm just hearing there's a certain level of disbelief that this person could have ever had a different change of perspective, change of heart. But I feel like they have, or they are changing. But we have our Queen of Cups here. And so whenever this card comes up in these type of readings for me, I feel like that's how they see the viewer. They see you as this beautiful, loving, caring, knowing, just all, wondrous person. And maybe you've always been that to them, but they weren't ready to accept the love because they didn't love themselves. I think a lot of people have a hard time with that. They're like, you did everything you could for this person, and they couldn't accept it. And people, if you don't truly love yourself, it's hard to accept like this immense and unconditional love for somebody else, because you just think they're crazy. Like, why would they like me? Because there's a level of yourself that doesn't like yourself. So, if this person's been resistant to that or pushed back, and all you did was be nothing but kind and wonderful and generous to this person, and still they kind of shut you out, it's because they're still working on fixing themselves from the inside. But I hear that they're changing. I feel like this person's heart's changing. Their perceptions of things are changing. Their perceptions of the things that are possible for you guys, for their life, for what their perceptions of love is changing. It's a really cool change that's going on with this person. And I'm hearing you were like a catalyst. You were the fire in them. Even if you just planted those little, like, even coals of a fire, and something else set it on fire, something else was the gasoline, but you were still like the catalyst for this change in this person. So again, no matter what it looks like, how they're like making this change, don't get like annoyed that they're not like giving you the nod for it. Some of them might come back and be like, hey, thank you, or blah blah blah, or they might come to you and be like, hey, I started doing all this because this person. You're like, I told you that the whole time. But just be happy for them. That's my My guides are just saying, just try to have unconditional love and just happy for their change, because it's going to help them be a better person and potentially help them be a better person for you. And it really shouldn't matter how they got there. Just be happy they're getting there. Okay, what messages else? Okay, sorry, when I say okay, I'm having a conversation in my head. I apologize. I get that that's crazy. They want me to pull some of these, one or more of these. These came with, they came with this deck on Amazon. It was a Rider-Waite deck, and it came with these Soulmate cards. So, I don't use these very often, but I was guided to pull them out today. I didn't pull them on the last pile, but I will pull one or two for you guys. Any other messages we can have for pile 3? Person, it says, when you meet your soulmate, you feel calm, no anxiety, no agitation. So this person is like a soul level connection for you. You are on your way to meeting your true love. So again, I hear this person's just changing their perception of love. They're on their way. If for some, I don't know why this message is coming through. If someone is watching this and they're like, I don't even know who I'm watching this for, because I don't have anyone, just maybe this message is for you, that you're on your way to meeting your true love. And maybe you guys are wondering, should I give up on this? You know, let this person go, let them change and be happy for them. There's this message is for somebody watching, like you are on your way to meeting your true love. Either this person's going to come back changed for you, or you may be, you know, meeting love elsewhere. I'm not going to get into any more of that. That's for somebody. Where do we want to go? Okay, here. They are having me pull some of these cards. Sometimes these are, oop, that one wants to come out. Some of these are about this connection. Some of them are general guidance. These are the hardest cards for me to shuffle, but I love their messages, so we are going to do it. Can I get one more? Can I get one more about this connection? Not this many. I'm going to keep going. One more. All right, that card. Okay. Looks like a lovely card. It says soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So a lot of you guys are dealing with a soul level connection, whatever label you want to put on that. But it's a soul level connection. And then this one is more of advice. It says, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it's only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So that's just a little message for the viewers. Take that as you will. Let's pull some love message cards. It says, everybody, this is their favorite part. I have people that request just this, but I'm telling you, I'm not doing a video of just this. You can get these decks from White Rose Guidance or any of these other decks. I try to link everything. And if you want to just have fun pulling cards for yourself and messages for yourself, you feel free to do that. I am a tarot reader. I'm here to express more than just these messages, so I don't do just message videos. I apologize, guys, for all the requests that I get for that. I do on my Instagram channel try to do pick a cards that have quick little messages for love. I'm going to try to start doing that more, but you can find those over there as well if you just want a nice little, what would they say right now kind of thing. You can go over, they're all timeless. I have tons of them on my Instagram page. Feel free to look those up. All right, I cannot handle any more heartbreak. So this person definitely wants to move out of energy. What I'm hearing is let go of things that don't serve them anymore. This Ten of Swords in reverse. They're letting all this go. They don't want to, and I'm hearing they don't want to break their own heart anymore. I think this person has caused a lot of their own problems, and they're just ready to not do that anymore. You are worth fighting for. I know you are my other half. So again, we're dealing with a lot of soul level connections. Again, there's a lot of labels. You know what's right for you and your situation and your person. My whole body burns at the thought of you. Hopefully that's a good burn. It is, I'm kidding. I'm being silly today, guys, sorry. I am bleeding, but you can't see my blood. So this person is still healing, they're fixing, they're working on themselves. They might not show that to you completely. You are my treasure. So you're very precious to this person. They care about you so much. They realize that you have been right, that you were on point. I'm hearing you're just very unlike anyone they've ever known before, but you've really helped this person. Whether they can fully realize that you've helped this person beyond measure. Your beauty cascades over me. I have tried telling you the truth so many times, but I just cannot for some reason. So this person hasn't always been open and honest with you about their feelings. I think that's more of like these intense feelings they probably feel for you. And they haven't really told you all of that. Let's pull a couple more of these. Let's keep going. You're always safe with me. You're like my long-lost best friend. I want more with you one day. Can we just kiss all night? Telling you this person loves you. They still have a lot of love for you. They miss you. If you guys aren't together, and if you guys are together, they want just to make out with you all night. I've never cared so deeply for someone before. You're not my usual type, but I like it. Dun, dun, dun. I find you in music. I love when this one pops up. So a couple weeks ago I did a video and everybody related to this message, so I want to throw it out there again because they're reminding me of that for a reason. So with this person, the scenario popped up and it's popping up again, and so if you guys are watching this again, you're like, yep, is you were either in a store or you were somewhere and a song came on and it was just like a message straight from them to you. Like I'm hearing like it stopped you in your tracks, because you find this person in music. You guys relate a lot in music, so there's just this connection. And again, that storyline with the store, it's popping up again, or for some reason the elevator this time, possibly your car. But I'm hearing it's just like you weren't even, like the song probably shouldn't have been played where you were. Very, very off moment, but yet beautiful, that stopped you in your tracks. So this person finds you in music. Their higher self like they send you messages through your music, or your guides are sending you messages just to like for clarification. Maybe you ask for a sign about things, and I feel like that comes a lot in music with this person. There's a strong connection to music here, and it's a very, very beautiful thing. Everything you've said I've taken to heart. I don't know if I think I was pretty clear about you planting the seeds in this person. Again, even if they don't, I feel like some of you guys might not get credit where credit's due, but just know that you've been instrumental in changing this person. You have helped them see. You've helped them grow. You've really changed this person so much for the better. Any little thing, just your beautiful, unique perspective on life has really opened this person's eyes. Maybe you've shared music with them that really helped them see things from a different perspective. Maybe vice versa, they've given you a song that helped you see into their heart because they couldn't express it to you. They couldn't tell you what they really wanted to say. Yeah, we had that. I've tried to tell you so many times, but for some reason I couldn't. So maybe that person shared a song with you. Even if you didn't understand what they meant, maybe go back, figure out what that song was. Go back and listen to that song again, because there was a truth in there, a truth that they wanted to express to you that they couldn't say, because they find you in music. They listen to the song and they think of you. There's something in that song that reminds them of you that you need to understand. That's another message coming through. So if that scenario happened, if a person shared a song with you, even if they were like, the song's for you, just something like they never really shared music with you before and they shared something with you, I want you to go back. I want you to listen to that song. I want you to, or look up the lyrics and see that there was a message in there for you from their heart, because they weren't comfortable with telling you the truth. There's something they want you to understand about that. And maybe, you know, I'm saying all this and you're like, yeah, I did that for this person. So that's just a confirmation that, you know, we are talking about the person. Maybe that was a vice versa, like you gave them a song because you couldn't express yourself and you were trying to tell them how you felt and show that, even if they didn't get it, and maybe, you know, maybe they did take it to heart, you know, and it's really sunk in. But I'm just feeling that scenario is very pertinent for a lot of you guys. Something just beautiful about, you know, music and this song. I think that's gonna be it, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap this up. But as always, thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Everyone, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.